All day long our minds are engaged in imagining. We imagine ourselves doing things, or what might happen if we do this or that. Our imagination is an active process that happens automatically, and without our conscious direction. Occasionally, when you are engaged in your daily activities, your imagination will be running on autopilot, and you will not be paying attention to it. But if you pay attention to your imagination throughout the day, you will find that you are imagining all the time. Even when we are not aware of it, our mind is at work building images of what might happen next. You imagine who you are. You imagine your life circumstances. You imagine the state of your health and the state of your wealth or the lack thereof. You imagine your relationships and you imagine your solitude. You imagine your work situation. You imagine your place in the world and you imagine your contribution to the world. Your physical life manifests as a reflection of your imaginative life. Your circumstances don't improve until your imaginative life improves. They worsen when your imagination is occupied with worry. You create your life with the power of your imagination. You imagine who you are and what you want to be, then take steps in that direction. You imagine your life circumstances and how they can be improved. Human beings are meant to rule their imagination, not to be ruled by it. Choose what you imagine the way you would choose your life experiences if you believed you had the power to do so. For, as you choose your imaginative life, you choose your actual life. Try this right now. Think of your current financial condition. Are you not living in your imagination when you think of it? You imagine your bank account or your wallet. To think of these things is to imagine them. Now try this. Imagine a superior financial condition. This is really just a mathematical exercise. If you have $10,000 in your bank account, imagine 100,000 being there. If you have $100 in your wallet, imagine $500 in your wallet. You have free choice as to what you imagine, but you must be aware that you are imagining to exercise your free choice. The problem here is that most of us do not realize that we are imagining our lives. We are too absorbed by what we imagine to notice that we are imagining. We think we are living in the world out there when we are in fact living in a world in here, in our heads, in our imagination. You can think of a marital squabble and thereby live in the imagination of one and manifest more of the same in your life. Or you can think of marital bliss and live in the delight of that. But if you are not aware of the fact that you are imagining when you are imagining, you believe that you have no choice but to suffer the emotions that come in association with thoughts of marital conflict. You can imagine someone else having power over you, or you can imagine yourself in charge of what happens to you. The reality is that you are in charge to the degree that you are in charge of your imagination. But you cannot be in charge of your imagination as long as you are unconsciously imagining. The key is to wake up to what you are doing with your mind in the present moment. To do this, practice paying attention to your mind all day long, whenever you remember to do so. Give yourself periods during the day when you do nothing else but watch your thoughts. Observe your mind while you are doing simple activities like washing the dishes and taking a walk. Observe your mind for a few minutes first thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, before you set about the activities of the day. And observe your mind for your final act of the night, as you lie in bed with your eyes closed, waiting to ascend into sleep. Gradually you will become more aware of what your mind is up to, and realize that you do indeed imagine your whole life as you experience it. You will see that your life is a dream and that you have the power to weave that dream deliberately. You will see that your very identity is imaginary. As you see this, you will be able to direct your imagination to experience the self you want to be: strong, healthy, happy, confident, successful, prosperous, making a significant contribution to the world, in great loving relationships. Whenever you use the phrase, "I am," you are entering your imagination to complete the sentence. I'm successful, prosperous, inspired, purposeful, loved and loving fully, at peace, secure. Try completing the phrase with only positive statements about yourself and experience the wonderful self that you imagine being more and more and more. The human imagination is a powerful tool with great potential. People use it every day to create something new and believe in the impossible. Direct your imagination to direct your life,